Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 21st of January 1985, and the title is The Golden Gift of the Godly Birthday is a Divine Intellect. Today, the Father, the Creator of the world, is seeing His children who are the eyes of the world, the lights of the world. You elevated souls are the lights of the world. That is, you are enlightenment for the world. If there isn't physical light, there is no world, because light means enlightenment. When there is no light, then because of darkness, there is no world. Similarly, if it weren't for you eyes, there would be no light in the world. Because you exist, then because of you lights, there is the world. So, Bap Dada is seeing such children who are the lights of the world. Such children are always praised and worshipped. Only such children claim a right to the fortune of the kingdom of the world. As soon as you Brahmins take birth, Bap Dada gives each one of you 2 special divine gifts for your divine birthday. In the world, human souls give human souls gifts, whereas the Father Himself gives a divine gift to the Brahmin children at the confluence age. What does He give? One is the divine intellect, and the other is the divine eye, that is, the spiritual light. Each of you Brahmin children has received these 2 gifts for your birthday. By keeping both these gifts with you at all times, you constantly remain an embodiment of success. It is the divine intellect that makes each of you children an embodiment of divine knowledge, divine remembrance, and divine dharana. The divine intellect is the special gift to have dharana. To constantly have a divine intellect means to be an embodiment of remembrance. If the divine intellect, that is, the Sato Pradhan, golden intellect, has the slightest influence of the Rajo or Tamo stages, then instead of becoming an embodiment of dharana, you come under the influence of Maya. This is why you experience anything easy to be difficult, because the divine intellect that you have received easily as a gift is weak. You experience labor. Whenever you experience anything to be difficult or laborious, the divine intellect is definitely influenced by some form of Maya, for that is why you have that experience. Someone with a divine intellect imbibes Bap Dada's Srimad within a second and experiences a constantly powerful, constantly unshakable Master Almighty stage. Srimad means the directions that make you elevated. Then you cannot experience anything to be difficult. Srimad are the directions that make you fly constantly and easily. However, you definitely need a divine intellect with which to imbibe. So check, do you constantly have with you your birthday gift? Does Maya sometimes make you belong to her and snatch away your gift of the divine intellect? You don't sometimes become innocent of the influence of Maya, do you? So that you lose the godly gift. Maya also has the cleverness with which to make the godly gift belong to her. So she herself becomes clever and she makes you innocent. Therefore, although you may become innocent children of the innocent Lord, do not become innocent of Maya. To become innocent of Maya means to become one who forgets. The gift of the divine godly intellect is the constant canopy of protection, whereas Maya casts her own shadow. The canopy flies away, and just the shadow influence is left. Therefore, always check, do I always have the gift with me? The symbolic gift of the divine intellect is that it works like a lift, so that as soon as you put on the switch of elevated thoughts, you become stable in that stage in a second. If there is the shadow of Maya in front of the divine intellect, then this gift will not work like a lift. What happens when a physical lift doesn't work? You can neither go up nor down. You are stuck in the middle. Instead of having pure pride, you become distressed. No matter how much you press the switch, you won't be able to have the attainment of reaching your destination. So, you spoil this gift of a lift, and you then have to climb the ladder of effort. What do you then say? The legs of courage are not working. So, who made something easy become difficult? And how? You made yourself careless. You came under the shadow of Maya, and that was why you experienced something easy that takes a second to be laborious and take a long time. The gift of the divine intellect is an alokik flying vehicle. By switching on this divine flying vehicle, you can reach wherever you want in a second. The switch is your thoughts. Scientists can travel around one world. You can travel around all three worlds. In 1 second, you can become an embodiment of a world benefactor and give light and might to the whole world. Simply become stable in an elevated stage with the flying vehicle of the divine intellect. Those people sprinkled ashes over the Himalayas and into the rivers by plane. What for? In order to spread them everywhere. Those people sprinkle ashes, whereas with your flying vehicle of the divine intellect, you stabilize yourself in the stage of the highest peak and spread waves of cooperation, of good wishes, and pure feelings of light and might to all souls of the world. Your flying vehicle is powerful, is it not? You just have to know how to use it. You need the facility of the refined, elevated directions of Bapdada. Nowadays, instead of just refined fuel, you even have double refined fuel. So, this is the double refined facility of Bapdada. What would happen if there is the slightest rubbish of the influence of your own dictates or the dictates of others? Would you go up above or would you come down? Therefore, check. Do you always have double refined petrol in the flying vehicle of the intellect? No rubbish comes in between, does it? Otherwise, this flying vehicle is one that gives constant happiness. There can never be any accidents in the golden age because you have the elevated reward there for your elevated actions. There are no such actions performed for which you would have to experience sorrow as a result of the suffering of karma. In the same way, the confluence-aged godly gift of the divine intellect is always free from any sorrow or deception. Those who have a divine intellect can never be deceived. They cannot experience sorrow. They are always safe. They are free from calamities. Therefore, know the importance of this godly gift and constantly keep this gift with you. Did you understand the importance of this gift? Have all of you received this gift? Or have some of you been left out? All of you have received it, have you not? It depends on you whether you know how to look after it or not. Always check this at Amrit Vela. If there is the slightest weakness, then by putting that right at Amrit Vela, the whole day will remain powerful. If you are unable to put it right yourself, then get it done by someone else. However, put it right at Amrit Vela. Acha, Baba will tell you about divine vision some other time. Call it divine vision, a divine eye, or a spiritual light. They are all the same thing. At this time, all of you have this gift of the divine intellect. Do you not? You have a golden vessel. Do you not? This is the divine intellect. All of you have come to Madhuban with your divine intellect, the vessel of real gold. Have you not? Silver or copper is not mixed into real gold, is it? Satopradhan means real gold. This is called a divine intellect. Acha, whatever direction you have come from, you rivers of knowledge have come from all directions and merged with the ocean. This is the confluence of the rivers and the ocean. You have come to celebrate the great Mela, have you not? You have come to celebrate the confluence of the meeting. Bap Dada is also pleased to see all the rivers of knowledge and how you have arrived at this celebration of a meeting from so far away with so much zeal and enthusiasm. Acha, to those who constantly use the golden gift of the divine intellect, to those who are always clever like the Father and know the cleverness of Maya, to those who constantly remain under the canopy of the Father's protection and remain distant from the shadow of Maya, to those who constantly celebrate a sweet meeting with the ocean of knowledge, to the world benefactors who make everything difficult easy, to the elevated souls who remain stable in an elevated stage, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Bap Dada meeting groups personally. By changing your vision, your world has changed, has it not? When your vision becomes elevated, even your world becomes elevated. Now the Father is your world. The world is merged in the Father. Do you have this experience? Wherever you look and whatever you hear, you experience the Father to be with you. Do you not? There cannot be anyone as loving as Him in the whole world who would be with you every second and in every thought. In the world outside, no matter how loving others may be, they cannot give you constant companionship. This one is with you even in your dreams. You have found the companion who fulfills the responsibility of such companionship, and this is why your world has changed. You now experience the spiritual even in the mundane, do you not? Whatever relationship you see in the world outside, the real relationship is automatically remembered. Through this, those souls also receive power. When the Father is always with you, you are carefree emperors. You don't even need to think whether it will be all right or not. When the Father is with you, everything is fine. So, by experiencing His companionship, continue to fly. It is the Father's duty to think. Your duty is just to remain absorbed in His company. Therefore, weak thoughts have also ended. Always remain carefree, Emperor. You are an emperor now, and an emperor for all time. Always consider yourself to be stars of success, and also continue to give the key of success to other souls. All souls will be happy with this service and give you blessings from their heart. It is the blessings of the Father and from everyone else that make you move forward. Blessing, may you be an embodiment of remembrance and distinguish between the waste and the powerful by sitting on the seat of a powerful stage. The essence of this knowledge is to become an embodiment of remembrance. Before you carry out any task, sit on the seat of a powerful stage with this blessing and then decide whether it is wasteful or powerful, and then put it into action. After performing the action, check whether all three, the beginning, the middle, and the end of the action, were powerful. The seat of a powerful stage is the seat of a swan. The specialty of this is the power to discern. With the power to discern, you will constantly continue to move forward in the stage of those who follow the highest code of conduct. Slogan: the way to chase away the many types of mental illness is the power of silence. Om Shanti.